And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Carried by number 39.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And they show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Number 39.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
36 on the carry.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
And 1.
Now they try the right side here. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive. Couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big pickup of 38.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
Every possession in the postseason magnified, and look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Complete to number 20.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, it should open up his running game too.
1-yard gain. Brings up second
and 9 now. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
A gain of 4. And it's third down.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Texans 3. Colts 0.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at third down here. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. 20. And they will score a pick-6 for the Texans TD. And we'll see if that pick-6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
Now this offense ready to head back out there. And, you know, listen, there's 2 ways to get the number 7 seed. You can back into it, or you can charge your way into it and seize it. But ultimately, once you're here, you can throw that out the window. You've got to come to play.
Yeah, you just think of that phrase, any given Sunday or Saturday as the case may be. And even though this is a 2 versus 7 matchup, don't think for 1 second that this game's going to be a pushover. Anything can happen once the playoffs begin.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. 64 yards. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. Fielded in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting off field, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
12 yards there and a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now this one complete on the slant route. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
That was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride. And he was able to run free after the catch.
He's brought
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
And to give this time to the tailback. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Fighting, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. He'll drop to throw. And that is going to be incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
At the Texans' 48-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Now the 2nd down throw on target. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Brings up 3rd down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And this one is right through. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. So we're at halftime of this AFC West. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Quarterback is set.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
A gain of 10 yards. And it's third down.
They'll set up a throw. He sets to fire deep. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Intercepted.
First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
First down.
A good pickup there at 22. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now a handoff looking right. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
He was tackled at the 27.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Texans have taken the lead. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly. And on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
Now the try here for the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. So that drive in total 8 plays and a 9-yard run on the end of it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
And the Colts first down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
It's 3rd down.
Back to throw again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing...
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The Colts send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And right now they're just looking for a little more cushion, trying to make this a 2-score game. Points here would go a long way, obviously, to propelling them into the next round.
And this is where the head coach, offensive coordinator, they've had to set a tone all year long about what they do on offense. So most teams want to stay in attack mode, but you have to do it with some bit of caution, don't you? Because you can't come away with no points. You need these points here in order to feel a lot better about where they are in this game.
But this time of the year, playoffs, game of this magnitude, this is what we hope for.
Yeah, it's exactly what we hope for. You want to run your offense cautiously, but not so cautiously that you just give it up.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
On the carry.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
No gain on the play.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down. They're going to look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll look to throw now on first down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line.
The pass.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That's back-to-back play. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
The point after.
Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow, 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game time.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Ball carry. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Third down.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. As the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about it if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
And I know it's hard to find solace on one side when the season ends, no matter where it ends, but especially in the playoffs, because there's all that build up to the moment. But I would imagine the post-game locker room speech, it'll have a pretty positive spin.
It should. They've made a heck of a run to get to the playoffs and have that chance to advance, even though they didn't. But you're right about how much it's going to hurt, because when you work that hard to get this far, it hurts just a little bit more.